Settings, video, recording, outputs. Okay. Welcome to Zugot, the most comprehensive online learning platform. Now, to get started, you can go ahead and create an account. Once you have an account set up, go ahead and log in. You'll be taken to the Browse Torah classes. You can either join a class if there's availability. Once you've joined a class, you'll be able to enter the class to see what you'll be learning. Let's see, this is not good. To host a class, click the Host Class button, and then you can select either a one-on-one chavrusa, which will be you and another study partner, or a group class, where multiple participants can join, like a shir. Go ahead and fill out the title of the class. For this, we'll do Daf Yomi. You can write a description, but it's not required. And then you can select the topic. You can select any of these listed topics or other. Let's go ahead and show how to create a Daf Yomi Gemara class. This class, if you select Daf Yomi, will update daily automatically with that day's daf. So you don't have to do anything. It'll do this automatically for you. If you just want to select the different images of the Gemara, you can go ahead and select the Masechta and then the page, and you click Add Gemara Page. You can go ahead and preview the page over here, and this will show you the page and image that will be imported into the class. In addition, you can also add study texts imported from Sfaria, which is just the actual text. The good thing about the images is that you get the layout, so you can learn precisely as it's laid out. You'll also be able to take notes on highlighted sections, and this way you get the Rashi, the Tosfos, all the different references, Rabbi Hananel, etc. Let's go ahead and create a Daf Yomi class. So selecting Daf Yomi will automatically import that day's daf. You can see today's Zvachim, Chaf Aleph, Aleph and Beis. So basically Zvachim 21, A and B, the two sides. You can select who can join the class, so either only your chavrusas or invite only. The invite only will be private and you will be able to just invite anyone you want to join the class. My connections means that only your chavrusas will be able to see it on the Browse Classes page. You could also select the gender visibility if you want only men to see the class or women to see the class. And you can select the language you'll be learning in. If you'd like to start the class right away, you can select Start Instantly, and the class will start as soon as you create the session. But let's go ahead and create the class for an hour from now, and we'll have the class last for 30 minutes. You can select the time zone, as this will display the time zone that this 4:30 class is hosted. Now let's just make sure that we select this to be a group class. Once you've selected group class, you'll be able to add maximum participants. If you select the one-on-one chavrusa, then it'll be you and one other learning partner. You could also select recurring session. This will allow you to create a frequency of recurrence, so either daily, weekly, once every 2 weeks, or monthly. Let's do daily. Now you can select the days that you want to learn. So we'll go ahead and do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You could optionally select an end date when you want this class to end. We'll go ahead and leave that unfilled. So this will go on for as long as we'd like, and we can always archive or delete it. I'll just go ahead and double check that everything is filled out as I want. Now that the class is ready to publish, we'll go ahead and create session. Now that the class is created, I can go ahead and enter the class. As you can see, here I have the imported Gemara. This is side A. Select side B and just go ahead and select the side B, and it'll show the second Amud of the Daf. Now, once I'm ready to start the class, I'll go ahead and click Start Class, and the video session will load. And over here, I can start the video, start the audio. I could share my screen if I so choose, and I can also create different backgrounds for my video, either a shul, yeshiva, svarim, shank, and the kotel. You can switch between these tabs to see the different users and participants. The Lomdei Torah. Over here, you can chat, and this is also where notes will appear. To take notes, you simply highlight an area that you'd like to take a note on, and then you enter your note here. So we'll write Intro to Sacrifices, just as an example. Then you can click Save Note, and your notes will appear over here as a highlighted section that you could hover above, and to see the note, you can edit it or delete it, as well as here in the chat section, where you can edit and delete it. This way you can take notes on all the different parts of the Gemara you're learning. As a host, you could also edit the sources if you so choose. We have the Daf Yomi mode active, so we want to leave this as is, since it'll automatically show the day's daf. Now you can see the timer that shows how long the class has been running. Now let's just go through these different buttons. You could hide the chat, which will hide that chat section, so you can focus primarily on the study material. You could hide the study material. This will allow you to focus on just the video. You could also drag from right to left or left to right to adjust the sizing of the video versus study materials. Now, you could also change the layout view to the standard view, which puts the video on top and the study materials on bottom. And again, you can adjust the layout here. You could also enter full screen, so you have less distraction and a lot more focus on the class material. You could also hide the video in the standard layout, which will hide the video, and this way you can see the chat, the users, and the study material. You could also go ahead and from the class invite users, your different chavrusas, to the class. Once you've finished the class, you want to make sure to go ahead and click End Class. If you leave this page, let's say I go to My Classes, you'll get a warning. The class will continue, but you'll need to re-enter and restart your video if you leave this page. So we'll go ahead and leave class, just so you can see an example. Now, if you have a class running, you'll see here on the bottom left, live class is running. Your Daf Yomi class is still running. This is to make sure that you don't leave it without actually ending the class. So you can go ahead and return to class. This will reload the class. This ensures that you don't leave a class running without actually having it stopped, so you can see exactly how long the class ran for. Now, if you do leave the class and the end time has been reached, 15 minutes after the end time, if you're not in the class anymore, it will automatically end, just so you're aware. Once I'm ready to end the class, I go ahead and click End Class. Now, your participants, as well as yourself, will always be able to enter this class to see all the available study materials, so they can do chazara, review, and continue to take notes if they so choose. This is how to host a Daf Yomi recurring class, which will automatically update your daf for the daily Daf Yomi. Next,